to come here. It was more like my mama's dream. Woke up one day and said, you're going to America. I didn't know what was happening. It's like, back there, stuff I see in the movies. I'm like, what is America? They put me on the flight. 21 years old boy, you're going to America. In Africa, there's just something, we have that mentality like, we never give up. No matter the situation we find ourselves in, no matter where we're at, we're gonna figure it out.
Do you have any crazy stories of when you first moved to Traverse City?
One of the craziest moments was that I slept at a Kroger. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know nothing.
Wait, at a Kroger, like in a car or like outside? So you slept outside at a Kroger?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I was praying for day to break.
And then what time of the year was it? Was in the summertime?
It was winter.
In the winter?
He said it was cold.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real People and Real Estate Podcast, where we talk about the real shit and not about real estate. I'm one of your hosts, Brooke Jones, aka the Millennial Agent.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Tyra Nicole.
Hey, everybody. I am Nicole Pay, and today we have real estate investor, DJ, and you also have a degree in cybersecurity, which I'd love to talk about. Zappy, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I know.
Thank you.
Are you nervous? Did we apply pressure before you got here?
No.
No, you're good?
No, I'm good.
All right, so
Are you scared of the mic?
I know. So we typically start to talk about hot topics, and I don't really. There's we like to talk about hot topics that are happening. I don't really know if anything there's nothing really huge scandals happening.
Trump got shot.
I know. I was gonna say there is, but
shit, I forgot about that. Trump got shot.
Yeah.
Allegedly. No, he really did though. He really did.
Whatever.
I totally forgot. Oh my god, I forget about that.
That was on my dad's birthday. I remember July 13th. We were just sitting at the house chilling, and my dad walks in and he's like, they just tried killing the president. I was like, what? And then now it's just all over the news.
So we were at a fundraiser for our kids. I didn't even didn't even have my phone in my hand. Woke up the next morning and I was like, something happened, because you could just see the news feeds, and then they're I just saw Trump with his bloody ear, face, whatever, and I was
not funny, but I don't know.
Just the memes that they make out of it. It's
you guys, I got a lot of mixed feelings. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put my vocal 2 cents out there. The fact that politics have gotten to the point to where we're celebrating whether somebody gets hurt or not, or the fact that I think, and I almost put this as a status, people are missing what actually is happening. This has nothing to do with a Democrat, Republican, or anyone getting shot. This has to do with mainstream media dividing us as a country even more than we're already divided, and people are missing that. And that's it's funny, we laugh about it, but I mean, could you imagine if that's JFK all over again? People actually watched him get assassinated. He was live. We would have seen him be assassinated. Somebody lost their life, and no one's even talking about that.
Oh, I seen it on Facebook. He was a firefighter.
He was a fire chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who died. Someone actually died.
What happened? This is the thing. I don't really know much about this at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that it happened. We were in Florida, and my brother was like, did you hear about Trump? And I'm like, what? And he's like, he got shot at, he got hit in the ear or something. That's all that I know. I don't really know.
And that's what I said.
What happened.
The fact that all of A through Y could have happened, and nobody questioned it, but the fact that then Y to Z happened, and everyone's like, oh my god, this man was walking around allegedly with a rifle, climbed on top of a building, and Secret Service didn't take him out the minute. There's so many variables that nobody's talking about.
So someone got killed?
Yeah. So the gunshot that went through, past Trump's head, ended up hitting somebody behind him. He was a 51-year-old retired fire chief. He had a family. His wife, his daughter, and him were there. And supposedly, when the first shot rang out, he moved. He heard the shot. And moved, and the second shot hit him, and he died.
Can you imagine seeing your dad get shot?
Seeing your dad get shot?
Yeah. And it was like a live. Was it live or?
It was all live.
Yeah.
The whole entire thing.
Because we were videoing and shit.
Yeah. And people were videoing, taking video, and I think that's what, for me, I don't give a shit who. I really don't care who you vote for. I don't care who you who I like, who we talk about as a family. That's our business. That's your business. I don't give a shit. But the fact that people are like going at it on social media, like
that's
mean. On social media, making memes, like
and someone lost
sorry,
their
I'm like
life.
a little passionate about this
crazy.
right now. Someone lost his life, and then Tenacious D, who I don't know if you guys know who that is. It's Jack Black, you know the actor Jack Black. Do you know?
His name
I've
sounds
heard
familiar.
the name,
Yeah.
There's something about Mary? No. What did Jack, the one where he thought the girl was with Cameron Diaz, he thought the girl was skinny.
So there's something about Mary?
No, that's not. There's something about her. He thought the girl was skinny and she was really, really heavy.
Oh, I remember that. I can't remember that.
He's an
name,
actor,
though.
whatever.
Yeah.
They made a comment on stage. They've lost all of their agents. Like literally, they had to cancel their tour. They have this. So I guess like the whole point of me rambling on, and I'm sorry, is the fact that I think we've just lost sight of what's really important.
Yeah.
And I don't care who you like, who you vote for. I really don't care. But the fact is that this has caused more division in our country than anything.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they wanted to happen.
Yeah. It's all part of the plan.
So I'm sorry. So I'm gonna step off my soapbox on that one. I just vented to him so much because it's like I'm like, don't people get this? Like you're fighting your keyboard war, like. What is it? No.
People don't get it.
Yeah, keyboard warriors.
And fighting with people you don't even know.
Yeah.
And saying like mean shit.
Well, they're programmed. They're just programmed. Like that's.
Do you consider yourself woke? Because she does that. They're programmed. So we talk about that a lot. We talk about like what is real and what people have just gotten sucked into the cyclone of mainstream media.
I mean, my own 2 cents on the whole thing is like it's a lot of unknown, you know, about the whole thing. It's a lot, and America is a country that is work. I mean, it's the land of the free, it's the land of everything. You know, me as an immigrant, you know, it's a land where I feel like there's milk and honey. So it's a land where everybody feels safe. You know, it's a land where we know things are being done right. So for that situation to happen, you know, it's a lot of things that could be questioned because like we have Secret Service. It's like it's an ex-president that's vying to become the president again. Right. So it's just like a little boy, 20 years old. It just, for me, I just feel like a lot of stuff doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it could have been, some stuff could have been handled better, you know, and there's a lot of stuff that came up. They said a police officer saw the guy before he took the shot. It's just like, and I'm like, this is not just anybody. This is an ex-president. You know, where you have not just an ordinary ex-president. This is a very wealthy man. Take out the presidential name to him and all that. You know, this a very wealthy man. You know, and just anybody random 20 years old. Yeah. It kind of doesn't add up for me. It just feels like it's a lot of stuff that needs to be said. Yeah. That's not
there's
being
a lot
said.
of variables, and that's my point. Like there's so many variables that just don't make sense, and instead of us coming together as America, society, and questioning the variables,
and saying that it don't make sense.
You're too busy fighting with each other over him not or getting. And I'm like,
and that's the problem,
y'all are missing
though.
the point.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that people don't step up, they don't take a stand for anything, they don't come together, you know, they don't question things, they just, you know,
they go
with the program.
You know, I think it's the media. The media is very powerful.
Absolutely.
I'll give it to the media any day, anytime. If you want to do anything and you want to be heard, you want to be seen, I think the media is one of the most powerful tools.
Oh yeah,
or one of the most powerful medium that you could use. Like, I'm not really big on politics, but I'll say with all I've been saying, with what happened and the way the media sold it, Trump won my sympathy. You know.
So I was going to ask you, like, so you said, so you're not originally from America?
No.
Okay, so when did you come over? I
migrated. I was like 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Oh,
okay, from where?
Recently.
I'm African. I'm Nigerian originally.
Okay.
Born and raised. You know, I migrated 8 years ago. You know, that's how I went to school here. You know, cybersecurity and all that good stuff before I dived into the world of real estate. So I'm not really big on politics, but like I said, you know, he won my heart.
So that's what I was going to ask you, is being somebody that is coming into our country. Like we talk about Americans I don't say get laughed at or like we're looked at differently. As someone who came into this country, what is your perspective coming into this country and seeing what's happening and what's really here now?
I never wanted to come here.
You did?
Really?
Hey.
No, I never knew nothing about America. It was more like my mama's dream. You know, she just woke up one day and said, "You're going to America," bought a ticket. I didn't know what was happening. It's like, you know, back there, you know, stuff I see in the movies. I'm like, what is America? You know, they put me on the flights, you know, 20, how old was I then? I think 21, this 21 years old boy, just fresh out of college, and you're going to America. You just
By yourself?
by myself.
Oh, not with your mom?
No.
So your mom wasn't here?
No.
So she said you. So her dream was for you to come to America.
To America for for a better life, to
got
for better opportunities, to study. You know, I was fresh out of college. You know, that's when I was heavy on DJing. So she's like, "You going to America?" And I was like, "America?" And I was doing so fine being a DJ. You know, I was taking all the gigs everywhere. You know, I was getting famous.
Oh, nice.
You know, and I was making a lot of money. You know, I was making out a lot of money too, because at that time, at 18, I don't need that much money. So I was making a lot of money. So I'm like, why do you want to stop this trend? It's good. You know, so just like, she was like, no, I think I want something better for you. And I think that's how I ended up over here.
Wow.
So,
No, go
I
ahead.
know, like I have so many questions, and we all just stopped. Go ahead.
so what was that like? What was the whole process? So you just hopped on a flight, came over here?
I mean, it's a process to it. You know, I took an exam. You know, I applied to colleges. Yeah, I applied to school, university. Yeah, you know, it was a process, but it was more like when everything went through. It's like you going. You know, I was just
So like it's almost like they throw you to the wolves. Like just go, like go figure it out.
Go figure it out. You know, and in Africa, there's just something we have that mentality like we never give up. You know, no matter the situation we find ourselves in, no matter where we're at, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to have that in America because not a lot of people have that here.
Listen, we have a 19-year-old, and I don't think he's. Sorry.
So did any of your family end up following you here, or are you the only one here?
No, all my family ended up coming.
Oh, they did.
They
Okay.
did?
Oh, so you were the
Oh, I
first.
feel better.
I was actually the second.
Who was the first?
My little sister.
Okay. Oh, so you have siblings? How many?
Yes.
You threw her to the wolves?
I know. The little sister first.
Yeah, funny enough, I'm not that stubborn, but she was the first to actually be like, you know, I'll go. I was supposed to confess. She was like, you know, I'll go. And she lives in Texas right now, and she did a lot of figuring out. She's very smart, you know, she's an accountant.
Okay.
You know, she's very smart, and she figured it out, you know, out there in Texas. And I was thrown down here to
To Michigan.
You know, I had to
how'd you get the
figure
short
it
end of
out.
the stick?
Sorry about that. Oh, so how did she actually did she start in Texas, or did she start somewhere else and
No,
end
she
up
started in Texas.
So then how do you determine who goes where? Like how is it like she's going to Texas, you're coming to Detroit?
What was hers was like we had a family member there.
Okay.
You know, so that's how she ended up over there.
Got it.
You know, so that kind of like gave her that lead way compared to me that I didn't know nobody here.
Why did you come here?
How did I end up here?
Was it school?
School.
Yeah, I figured.
Where'd you
Probably
go?
school.
I first went to school in Traverse City.
Okay.
And I was
Traverse
like,
City.
That's a beautiful place to start in the state of
That's
Michigan.
Yeah, but I was like, I can't do it. It was so cold. You know?
When did you? Wait, okay, so Traverse, like that's on the water, but in the summertime, Traverse City is gorgeous.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, but I ended up in. So I said I couldn't do it no more. I ended up in Wayne. So it was more of my, more of people that I could relate
Okay.
with. Couple people that were, immigrants too. So that kind of gave me that confidence. That kind of gave me that stability. That kind of gave me that. Oh, okay, you can stay.
Yeah.
You can do it. I always had the dream of moving back to Texas where my sister was, because I didn't know nobody.
So is it just you two, or are there more siblings?
No more. We're 3 boys and a girl.
3. Okay, so she's the baby, and then the boys are older.
Yeah,
and where
the
do
boys
you
are-
fall in?
I'm the first.
So you're the
First boy.
oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the first.
Yeah,
Okay. So wow, so she was really young then when she came over.
Yeah, we all was very young. I think I was like 20.
And then how long after that was it that the rest of your family followed? Because you said it was about 8 years.
Everybody comes a year after.
Oh,
That's
every year
amazing.
after. Okay.
Yeah, every year after as they graduate.
Are they
they
all
come.
like?
We all a year apart.
Oh, okay.
you're
So do you have
Oh, your
any
mom.
crazy stories of when you first moved to Traverse City and you're just like fresh here
Right.
from
By
Africa?
yourself.
In Traverse City.
Because you had to be like, I mean, you don't even know where you're at. You don't know
It has
anybody.
to be a culture shock too,
Yeah.
because I know Traverse City, and
I mean,
it has
one
to
of
be
the
somewhat of
craziest
a culture
moments was
shock.
that I slept at the Kroger.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Why?
I didn't know nobody. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know nothing.
It's when you first moved?
When I first came, when I first got down here, I slept at a Kroger.
Talk about
Well,
resilience.
did they hook you up with housing?
So what happened was that it was just so unfortunate. I came when the school was closed, and I came in to Traverse City on the weekend, so I couldn't even get to the school.
Oh.
Wait, at a Kroger, like
So-
in a car or
so
like
no-
outside? So you slept outside at
Yeah.
a Kroger?
Yeah.
What did you?
I can't even fathom
That makes you
At
sad.
21.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom
So
that.
that was like one night or?
I think it was one night. You know, it was one night.
Yeah. What was that like?
I mean, I was praying for day to break.
Yeah.
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 I don't even know if I'd sleep, to be 100% honest with you. Like,
And
I
then
don't know
what
how
time
you-
of
how
the
do you, like,
year was
close
it? It
your
was in the
eyes?
summertime?
No, it
You
was
said-
winter.
In the
because
winter?
he said it was cold. He said it was,
Yeah.
so it was-
Not to
my
mention
God.
he's from Nigeria.
Right.
Right.
Did you
so
have
what
a
are like
blanket?
average temps? Do you like have winters in Nigeria?
No.
I know you don't have. I know
We
you
in the
don't.
hundreds.
So you
Stop
never
it.
saw
snow? That was
No,
a
we
dumb
don't snow. It
question.
doesn't snow over
But you
there.
had never saw snow
No,
or
never.
anything?
You've never seen summertime.
No.
So I know there's not winters, but what was like the lowest temperature that you would have in Nigeria?
90.
Really?
Yeah. 90,
And you're coming
80.
over here and it's like
Yo, that's hammer time is like 70.
70s?
Late 70. That's the coldest. That
Yeah.
Oh,
we need to go to
wow.
Nigeria.
I'm trying.
I know you are.
So, oh my goodness.
And you
that
come
had
over
to
and
be
you're like in
crazy.
Michigan where it gets down to like -3 sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So were you
Holy-
supposed to sleep in the dorms? It's just that they
Yeah.
weren't open at the time?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Oh,
So, okay, so.
I know,
hold
like
on.
we have so many questions.
You caught the flight, came here, and then what? How did you get where you were going and everything?
I was going to the
Because
school.
they didn't have Ubers and stuff back then, did they? Like Lyft.
like
And
taxi?
I
bus?
just
you
had
walked?
I did a lot of walking.
That's a long ass walk from DTW to
Traverse City?
Traverse City.
Oh no, down
No,
there.
you did Traverse City.
Traverse City.
You
They
probably
have an
I gotta-
airport?
Yeah.
No, yeah, they
have an airport.
And I got.
I
no,
don't
used the,
know.
I used the bus.
Stop looking your head
Oh, you
at
took
me.
the bus.
I
Okay.
didn't know they had an
Greyhound.
airport.
Okay, so and then you went. Where did you go? Like when you first got off the plane and stuff.
Off the plane, I went to Traverse City.
No, I mean like where did you go? You just went to the Kroger.
No, when I hopped on the plane, out of the plane, you know, I took a How did I end up in Traverse City? I think I took the Greyhound.
Greyhound
Oh,
bus.
so you did
Okay.
fly into DTW.
Yeah, no,
And-
I didn't fly into. I actually flew into. Was it Texas?
No, no.
Flint.
No.
Flint.
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 No, I flew in through. I got to Texas.
Oh, you flew to Texas and you took a Greyhound
you
to
took the
Traverse
bus.
City?
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, this story just keeps getting better and
Yeah,
better.
it was a lot of figuring it out.
Where
trust
did they
me.
take you? The bus. Where did you? You went to Greyhound.
Greyhound.
you-
And you just took
me
it straight
down-
to Traverse City?
Yeah, it took a bus to just asked a lot of questions.
Okay.
They say there's this saying like if you keep asking questions, you can never lose weight. So I
That's
just did a
true.
lot of
Oh, okay.
So is that where you got your degree from? Was
No,
in Traverse
I got-
City? Or did you
no.
already have that before you got here?
No. I got here in Detroit. So when I got to Detroit, I couldn't do Traverse City. It was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
It was too cold. I just didn't feel like myself.
Comfortable.
I didn't feel
Yeah.
comfortable. I didn't feel like myself. I just wanted to go. I really wanted to just go back to where I was coming from, my country. But like I say, sometimes being a little bit resilient kind of helps. So I had that little push from my mama. She was like, you can do it. So along the line, started figuring out. That's how I ended up in Detroit. Got my degree. And along the line, while I was graduating, I just loved real estate.
So that's how you went from there into real estate.
That's how I went from there into real estate.
Which is crazy, cybersecurity, what would ever make you?
Yeah, I mean, A lot of people say it's a lot. I mean, I get it's a lot of money. It's a lot of stuff.
I don't think
but
I know enough about it though. Maybe.
Yeah, but you can. I think you can make a lot more.
Is that you just Google like what made the most money and you're like, oh, cybersecurity. That's what I get my degree in.
Done. Check.
No, I was inclined to computer.
Was that popular there in Nigeria?
No, it was just how would I put it? At that time, IT was everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
true.
people was,
And it was just
computers.
starting out. Like,
it was just
starting
starting
to get
out.
big. Yeah.
So it was just starting out. So I was like, okay,
I can do this.
But sometimes you never know.
So this is the one person we'll talk about real estate, because you went from cybersecurity to real estate, and what you said you've always just had a love for real estate.
Yeah.
So and then you ended up so now you're an investor. So now you're investing.
Yeah.
So how did you get from cybersecurity to real estate investing?
How did I get into from cybersecurity to real estate investing? It's more like from being a tenant to a landlord.
Okay, that's a great. Actually, I love that answer.
It was
That's a
more
great
like
answer.
while going to school, my landlord was a headache.
Oh.
My landlord was a headache. It was a menace, and one day I just got tired of it. I was like, how can I own my own house? And this was thoughts of a 21-year-old or 22-year-old, with no money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, how can I own my own house? And at that time, I was doing I was going to school. I was doing a part-time job, $8 an hour. I was working at a store like a Home Depot, but it was privately owned by some Arabs, and I was one of their favorites. And sometimes I did some odd jobs, $40 a day, and
I started adding up.
yeah, it started adding up. And I just picked up my laptop at that time while doing in school library. I was like, how can you buy a house? And I was just there playing around on Zillow. And before you know it, an agent, I think a day after or two, I just dropped my number. An agent called me, and she was like, hey, Kennedy, I saw your message, you looking for a house. I was like, okay, yeah. It was just sounding all crazy to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I just
Went along with
it. And before you know it, I seen this lady. She called me, can we set up a time? And it was this lady just in front of me, like, I have a lot of houses that I can show you that I think you can afford, that's in your budget. I was like, really? And this was in Detroit. All my stuff's in Detroit. And long story short, we did a lot of house touring, and it was just this one house that was being foreclosed by the bank. And I said this was the one because I wanted something with a garage, so I could always, do my little stuff here and there, and that time I was also doing DJing, I was a big time hustler. I had to make it work. I had to make it work, and it was like, she was very nice. She really helped me out, and the bank was just taking too long. And one day it was just some brothers that walked into the store that I was working at, and they were like, you so inclined, like you know a lot, like do you know that you could actually buy a house? I was like, how? They're like, oh, we buy houses from the city, land bank, foreclosures. Immediately I heard it, I wrote it down. I went back to my computer, land bank, foreclosures. Yeah, and that was how I ended up buying, while I was waiting for the bank to accept my offer, I ended up buying a house from the land bank. I think it was for $1,000.
Oh, so you made the mistake that we tell people not to do. You went and spent money. And we tell all the people that, like all of our clients, like don't spend $1. And you went and bought a house from a land bank for $1,000. And what happened to that house? Yeah.
I was scared as shit. I didn't have, because it was like, it's a house.
Yeah.
For someone working $8 an hour, how can you afford to fix a house? How can you afford to do this? I was scared. I wanted to give it up, and I was waiting on I didn't even have the money to even pay for the bank. For the one I made an offer on. I didn't have the money.
How did you make an offer?
I just had faith.
Yeah.
I just believed. I've took a lot of risks. Just by believing, and that was how I ended up with 2 houses.
Wow.
So how did you get it though?
So the bank ended up.
So they approved you?
Yeah, the bank accepted my offer. It was a cash offer.
Okay.
So the bank accepted my offer, and after they accepted my offer, they accepted my offer after I bid on a land bank house and won. So while I paid for a land bank house, I'm like, let me try this, because my landlord was just a menace. Every time he's like, oh, you can't do this. I'm coming back home. He's right there sitting. What do you have going on? It was just too much. He's like, you can't pay me rent early. You can't pay me rent too late.
Can't pay early?
Who's that? What landlord ever says don't pay me rent early? I would have been like, I'm out.
Yeah, my landlord. So that's how I ended up with 2 houses, and I was like, what will I do? I moved into the bank-owned one, and I just had this house sitting. And I just started doing a lot of figuring out.
So what were the condition of these houses when you bought them?
It was bad.
Bad.
Like, explain
For $1,000.
For $1,000, I can only imagine.
The bank-owned wasn't as bad. It had windows. God, thank you. It has windows, and down the line I made a lot of good relationships, because real estate relationship is very, very important. It's key. And I had run into this guy just within that week. He liked my aura, my energy, and he helped me out. I've never had a drill in my life. So he did a lot of helping out. He sent this guy like that was trying, and he kind of helped me out and made it kind of livable. To the point I could move in. But the land bank owned, it was dilapidated. It was done.
So like down to the studs, or like was it able to be salvaged?
No windows, no roof.
Oh my gosh.
Dilapidated means probably on the demo list.
Yeah.
So
Did you
what
have
did
to
you do
demo
with
it?
that house?
No.
That house
It was
is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like you said. It was dilapidated. It was bad. But that house currently now earns me about maybe $1,200 a month.
So you got it fixed up and everything?
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yourself, you fixed it up?
No, I started with I never had a drill in my life.
Right.
So it was just
People help
your connections.
Connection, just
your
asking
networking.
questions. I joined real estate groups. Asking people. I couldn't figure out. It was just that word from my mama. She was like, "Don't give up. Don't let it go." And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But how'd you come up with the money to fix it up?
$10 here, $20 here, $100 here.
And so do you still DJ?
I was just gonna ask that.
I still DJ. I just started back. I still do it, but real estate kind of, owning my own business kind of took over.
So you started DJing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay, so what even got you into DJing? Because that's a whole nother, like we're talking real estate to DJ, like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. What was it? Your love of music? Like what was it that?
Yeah, my love for music, because at that time I think my mom was she owned hotels and stuff like that. So did a lot of live band and live music. So just sitting there, just listening. I think it kind of built my love for music, and that's how I just I owned a laptop. As a little boy, I was very inquisitive. I'm always,
Making beats.
Yeah, what can you do here? How can you do this? And that's how I got into DJing.
So what did your mom think about that? Like, did she like you DJing?
At first she didn't like it. She think till I started making a lot of money.
And you said you were getting pretty popular out in Nigeria when you were DJing. Did you ever meet any Nigerian artists out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I met a lot.
Like any famous ones that we would know in the United States?
Oh yeah. I know Wizkid.
Yeah, we met Wizkid.
Listen, we are huge Afrobeats. They come to our house and that's all we listen to is Afrobeats. I think my children know Afrobeats more than they know the songs on the radio. It's a huge thing for us at home and we love it. So Wizkid's huge in our family. So do you still have contact with these people, or do you still do what type of is that your genre? What type of music do you DJ, or are you open to anything? I'm
more of an Afrobeats DJ, but I'm also open to a lot of stuff. I do sometimes love house music. Sometimes techno. I dabble here and there. Just depends on the audience, depends on my crowd. I just try to bless the scenery.
I love that. Bless the scenery.
Did you know there's an Afrobeats festival here in Detroit?
Which one are you talking about? Afro Nation.
Afro Nation, yeah, that was last year.
I worked with them. My brother is also my little brother is also a DJ. He's the host.
Oh no
way!
way.
So are they all spread between Texas and here, or is
they go everywhere. They're in Portugal, they're in Europe, and they're here, and sometimes they're in Africa.
Okay, so what you said, a lot of your family came over to the United States. Are there who's in Michigan with you?
I have 2 of my brothers in Michigan.
2 of your brothers in Michigan. That's pretty sweet.
So one of them you said is the host.
Yeah, he's also a DJ.
Oh,
We had
okay.
so much fun last year when we went to Afrobeats. We
You
had so
went?
much- Yeah.
I want to go.
I told
this
you,
year.
like-
You went to the
Yeah,
Afro Nation last year?
Yeah, we were there. Like that's our
Really?
like when I tell you like our children.
You
know,
were there early?
No, we
we
were
was
there
late.
towards the end of the festival, but like our kids know more Afrobeat
You
songs.
went for the 2 days?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we love it.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
My
When is
brother
it?
is the guy that cheers you
That's
guys up.
crazy.
So then we need to get
small-
some-
The guy
I
that's
know,
my-
so we
that's
need
my
to
brother.
talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy that tells you guys what to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh,
The guy that said jump, you jump. That's my brother.
Yeah, like
when
our,
is it this year?
it's usually in August.
Yeah, 17th and 18th.
Because
I wanna go.
it was super hot. It was
Yeah.
so hot last year. Remember how hot it was? Like it was really, really. I remember being really hot last year.
So can you tell us a little bit about life in Nigeria?
Life in Nigeria. I would say life in Nigeria can prepare you for anything in the world, anywhere else in the world. Life in Nigeria builds you mentally. Life in Nigeria builds you spiritually. Life in Nigeria builds you as a whole person. Life in Nigeria makes you a total package that's exportable to anywhere in the world.
That's pretty powerful. Like just to hear you say that is like pretty powerful statement.
But you said your mom owned hotels out there?
Yeah,
So you guys were well off in Nigeria then?
it was okay.
We were okay. I mean, we were okay. I mean,
It
you
was
were
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So your mom, what was your relationship like with your father?
My father was a cool dude, but he went out of picture after a while. You know, he did a lot of traveling. You know, London, Europe. You know, so my mom, I would say, is like more like my best friend. That's my everything.
So did you feel like you had to like almost step in and take care of since you were the oldest? Did you feel that pressure?
A little bit, but my mom was everything. My mom was
Yeah.
a man and a woman put together.
Okay.
She was a strong.
She held it down.
Yeah,
I'm not lying, like I kind of
You know,
want to
my
meet your
mom-
mama. Like, mama, we want to meet you
My mom is
because
the
I
one
like.
that, you know, if she would never see us go hungry, she would rather sell everything. My mama sold her gold to make us eat. She did a lot of traveling, Dubai. She did everything to provide for us.
Amazing.
You know, my mama, we can't stay starving. You know, when I say was good, we was okay, but she would literally move heaven and earth. She basically sponsored all of us, you know, being here in the States. You know, she fought, you know, tooth and nail. She made it happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but she always make it happen.
Mamas
Yeah.
always find a way.
Now, do you go back to Nigeria often?
I've never been. I think I've never been since I've been back. Since
Oh,
I've been over
really?
here since like 8 years. She's been trying to drag me back. You know, it's just like my, you know, my business. You know, building my business, building my company, Zappia Estates. It just takes a toll on me. I'm just trying to get it to the point whereby it's so remote that I don't have to be here. And it's, you know, I'm building a system. And slowly but surely, you know, it's getting there. So very soon, I think I'll be able to step out from, you know, my business and have other people manage while I'm not there.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to start DJing a little bit more.
Yeah, I know.
You need to let us know because we would love, like, we would have, like, that's
Yeah.
something we love music. Like, music is always on in our house. It's a thing that's within our family. So definitely let us know when you DJ because you will have all of us out there supporting. But so I guess I want to find like the correlation between being a DJ and being a real estate investor. Can you find similarities that you can say each one of them benefit each other and how you grew? Like,
I would say DJing built me and helped me financially in my real estate investing world. Based on the fact that at that time, you know, real estate involves a lot of money. You know, it's financially costly, and DJing at that time, just like a lot of people, you see a lot of these people, they be like, oh, when you have your 9 to 5, don't ever leave your 9 to 5 until you build a solid entrepreneurship ground or base. So that was the same thing for me. DJing and my $8 an hour was my 9 to 5. So that kind of built my real estate world based off the fact, you know, if I'm out DJing, I could hit up to $1,000 a day. You know, because I was so good at it, and I was, you know, popular and getting wanted, here and there. So DJing just it can change a lot of things if you know what you're doing. And that kind of helped my real estate world, because that money from here, I was taking and investing it here. And that's why I could really make a lot of stuff in real estate happen. So that's how DJing kind of built my real estate empire. And I still remain grateful to DJ.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can tell us. No one's watching. Which one do you like better, DJing or real estate? Nobody will know ever. I'm just kidding.
I love DJing.
You love DJing?
I wish I had a DJ board right now.
I love to see people. I love to see people happy, and that's I think that's what. That's how I got my name. My mama's name is Zappy. That's how I got my nickname, for making people happy. I made a lot of people happy in my days of DJ. I did a lot of weddings.
So it came from your mom. Zappy came from your mom?
Zappy came from my mom.
So like Happy Zappy.
Yeah, Happy Zappy.
Oh, I love that.
What's your actual name?
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
No,
Okay.
but no, what's your give the full name? Because that's not the full name. Because I want to know how to pronounce it, respectfully.
My full name. When you say my full name, which you want to know my native name?
Yeah. Yes,
my
please.
African name.
Yes, please.
You're gonna bite your tongue.
But I did because I asked you. I said, "Can you give me your full name?" And you sent it to me.
Okay.
And I looked at my husband and I want to be respectful, because I have an Italian last name that people slaughter all the time.
So all of you want to know?
Yeah. I want to hear you say it. Okay.
Say lo car. So in full is Ocelokar.
Oh, you were right. You were close.
Did I say it right?
You did.
Ocelica.
Ocelica. Like car, Ocelicar, or Ocelica,
Ocelokar.
Ocelicar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost sounds like I'll sell a car.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put it like that.
Yeah, because that's how you remember. Because I said that. I'm respectfully, that is your name. So when I said to you, what would you like us to introduce you as? I think it's good for people to actually, that is your name, and I think it's awesome. And I think it's a respectful thing. So
yeah, I love it. It means good things. That's why I'm always.
It means
What does it mean? Good things?
God things.
God things.
Yeah, God things. That's why I think a lot of ways to make money.
So you do. So, okay, so this is going to be another random question. How do you pick your Americanized name?
I don't know. She picked it.
Do you find out the meaning of the name when she picks it, you think?
She tells us.
Oh, your mom picks your Americanized name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because I know what William...
I don't know. Do you know what your name means? Do you know what your name means?
It's associated with king or kingdom.
I'm pretty sure, because William is popular for people's name that's William are kings and
so it's a kingdom, kingdom.
Something like that.
I mean, you aren't my king. Hey, I'm just kidding.
So Kennedy, what does that mean?
Kennedy.
Does it have a meaning?
Does that have a meaning?
You're American. I think you should be the one telling me.
I don't know. I just know mine.
Listen,
but I'll look it up. I'm gonna look it up
Kennedy,
when
I think of the Kennedys.
I guess, Kennedy. I guess maybe powerful people.
I would say the Kennedys were very powerful people.
Kennedy was once an American president.
I'm pretty sure she knew what she was doing.
She did.
When she gave you the
Smart
name.
woman, man. She knew what she was doing.
I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, why did your mom? I know she wanted you guys to come to the United States because she felt like it was a better life. But how did she know what America was even like? What was her vision of it?
That's the thing. No, she travels a lot.
I was gonna say, did she come here?
She travels a lot. She's been to. So what it was? She's been to almost every major place that you can think of, Dubai, Europe, Spain. She's been to London. She's been to a lot of places.
So she just travels.
She just travels a lot. She does a lot of business. Buying and selling. Bringing in gold and stuff like that.
We need to bring your mom.
I know. I just said, Mom, we want to meet you.
I know, man.
Is she in the U.S. or?
Yeah, she lives in California.
She's in California.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, she is
She lives in California.
She's like, forget this. I'm not dealing with any of the cold. I'm going straight to the warm.
No, she just lives in California. She just couldn't do this weather.
Okay. That's what I said.
She lives in San
she's
Francisco.
about I'm sticking with the warm weather.
Yeah.
Does she still have the hotels in Nigeria?
I know she has some stuff.
Okay.
I know she has some real estate. She's more now into more of the housing.
Okay.
The hotel. She just wasn't there to manage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not bad with
Yeah, one of
We need
my
to do a Zoom with mom.
one of my biggest clients and longest clients, she's from Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah, she always goes over there, and she says she always gets treated like a queen when she goes. So she speaks very highly of Nigeria.
It's a great place. I mean, it made me where I am today, you know. So I always remain grateful to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
No.
Nieces, nephews?
No.
Nothing?
No,
Really?
no.
No nieces or nephews? Like
No.
your siblings? None of your siblings have
No,
kids?
no.
So y'all just all about your
I'm
business.
like, y'all about the business
Yeah.
over here.
We try to stay focused for now.
Yeah.
You know.
Your mom raised some good kids.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna end with my question that I always ask.
Yes.
What is the craziest real estate story that you have?
Craziest real estate story.
Maybe with your $1,000 land bank house.
Right?
I mean, I think it wouldn't even be that. My craziest real estate story would be when I
When they broke in. Remember with the machete?
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
I've had a lot of crazy real estate.
That sounds really
I
crazy.
mean, breaking it. She just said, "What did when they broke in with the machete?"
No,
I
no,
think.
no, you have it. You
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait. Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah,
Now
we
you
need to
have to
hear
tell
the
this
story.
story.
I mean, so what it was, you know, I own a lot of those currently, a lot of, you know, a lot of properties and stuff like that. But starting off, one of the craziest experience was when they broke into one of my properties, my first, you know, rental, and it was so crazy because I've never experienced something like that. You know, I got into the house, nothing was there, everything missing, furnace, hot water tank, all gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat for like a week. I shed tears.
Mm.
You know, so I picked myself up and I was sleeping at that house every night with a machete.
Mm.
Waiting for the
They never came back. I was sleeping at that house with a machete, waiting for someone to come through the window.
Did they ever come back?
No, they never did.
Holy shit! Like
You should have did that to begin with.
I know.
I know. It was just I just couldn't. I just kept hitting a lot of loss, and with real estate, just like you're the only one. Like you gotta look out for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean now I have better ways to protect property, cameras and all that stuff. But at that time I said no.
But at the time,
Yeah.
it was
You
a
know,
machete.
there was a machete.
How long did you stay there with that machete? Like for how long?
I think was it a week or 2 weeks?
Okay. Just
With
wait.
no hot water heater, like no,
No,
hot
every
water
night.
tank, no furnace.
Every night I would go over there.
Oh my god!
And did they just like bust the window open to get in?
They cracked the window. I don't know how they did it.
They probably kicked the door in.
It's a lot of stuff that they do. I don't know how they do
Yeah.
it. You know.
Have you experienced like robberies like that since then,
Oh,
or
way
like
worse,
do you?
way worse.
Really?
It's right now for me like real estate robberies is nothing no
Yeah.
more. It's more like
It's a part of
it's
it.
a part of it. It's
Yeah.
more like a part of the game because at that time I cried.
Yeah.
I'm a very strong guy. You know, nothing moves
I
me.
mean, your story kind of tells that.
You know, but you know, at that point, you know, it broke me.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
broke me. You know, seeing all that investment, you know, going down the drain. You know,
Yeah.
you put a furnace hot water tank $5,000, and it's just gone.
Yeah.
But you know what's sad to me is though is when you said now you expect it. Like both of you, like
Yeah.
you're a property manager and you're in investing, and the fact that you both say like it's expected
It's crazy.
Yeah.
is
It's
like
wrong.
so
It
disheartening
happened.
to
Yeah.
think about.
But it's just like, you know, like she said, like Nicole said, it's like it gets to a point. Real estate, a lot of events, a lot of stuff just builds you.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you stronger. Right now, is that after that stuff, it was like nothing. They'd be like, a lot of my workers, they'd be like, hey boss, they just broke into this house in Chicago. They stole all the tools. I was like, okay, run to Home Depot, buy new ones. You know, we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to one of my flips, that was one of the most painful one, and it was a beautiful house. The first time they hit me so hard, brand new electrical, they stole all the wires to the scrap yard. The second time they broke and stole all the stuff we were putting in. Then the third time this house was done. I had to fix this house, you know, 2 or 3 times. The house was done. It was on the market. I had some buyers from out of state, and that one broke me down. it was so beautiful, and these people broke in and they stole everything. The only thing that was left for me was the paint on the wall.
Wow.
I had beautiful cabinet. They stole the kitchen, the granite, the flooring, the
toilet, the
vanity, the fridge, the stove, hot water tank, washer, security doors. Everything.
Wow.
How do they have time to grab all that stuff
that's
out
a lot
of
of time.
They do it.
It's crazy because
that stuff is attached to the walls.
It's
Like,
yes,
how do you take that from the wall?
and it's crazy because it takes us hours,
To
days,
put it in, yeah.
weeks, months.
And they go snatch it out.
They do this stuff
in
in
one
a
day.
day.
Yeah.
I didn't even know till one of at that time I had a friend of mine that was listing the property because I just didn't want to deal with the headache of people, as I had a friend listing it, and I had buyers and everything, so they was going for inspection, and my agent and a friend of mine at that time called me. I was like, "Hey Kennedy, I have an agent on the house." They said, "Where's the house?"
Stop it. Like, what happened?
I'm like, "What do you mean? Where's the house? Where's the stuff's in the house?" They said, "There's nothing here." The house is not done. I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I got down, and I was flying down the freeway, and I got there, everything gone.
Oh my lord.
Unbelievable. That's like
Crazy.
even that those are pretty crazy real estate stories. Like I couldn't even imagine like all of your hard work walking in and just seeing it just gone.
Yeah.
But real estate kind of builds it like the next day, 2 days after, I had everything back.
Yeah.
Where in Detroit was that at?
Where was it? Close to Dearborn.
Oh, it's
Oh,
close to
really?
Dearborn?
It doesn't matter if it's the east side, the west side,
the
south
east side. I bought
It doesn't matter.
Anything
Do it
I bought a
everywhere.
house before.
Like Southwest, like close to Dearborn, like in Southwest.
No. I
Probably
think
west side.
West side.
Is it
Yeah.
close to
I bought it's real
Born
estate.
in Wyoming.
Warren?
I bought a house before, and the day they got to fix the house, they said there's no house there. I'm like, what do you mean there's no house? The former owners that owned the house that were pissed off that I bought it, burned down the house.
No, they burnt it down.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Wow.
See, this is why maybe we should not go into investing. Like we're talking about going.
You
into
gotta
investing.
be ready. If
Yeah,
it's Detroit,
Oh
if it's
my
Detroit,
gosh.
you gotta, yeah.
But the craziest thing is like, in as much as with all those bad stories, I still make.
There's always good.
There's always good because
Yeah.
you got to think about it. There's no type of job where you're making about 40,000-50,000 in a month or 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's no brainer. You win some, you lose some.
So how many investment properties do you have?
I say right now I own probably over 15-20 doors.
Wow.
Then commercial. Then
Commercial
I'm-
too?
Yeah, I own
Nice.
commercial. Then I own an apartment too, close to downtown.
You own an apartment?
Close to
Yes.
downtown?
Close
Do
to
you rent them
downtown.
out?
How many
do you like
units?
do you like
I think
Airbnb
the 4,
or?
6. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it.
Okay.
Flip. It's sometimes it's
Still
crazy.
working on
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
still still working, watching the market, see what best suits me. If it's tenanted or if it's if it's being sold. But this year I'm more focusing on flips. I'm buying. I have a lot of flips on the market right now.
Okay.
Waiting to be
Nice.
sold. So this year I'm basically testing the waters, saying I've been doing a lot of rentals. And this year I just decided to do stuff different to say, test the waters with flips, put out there, see what will hold.
Okay.
Do you want to finish
Yeah,
with
so-
your last? Because we usually
Yeah.
we do our 2 last questions, but I'm gonna let you do yours because I know what yours is. So,
So you know.
are you
what
doing
mine
something
is?
different?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Because I'm interested to hear.
You make me want to do something
No,
different.
don't. Because I'm interested to hear his answer. Go ahead.
So, what would you tell your younger self? Because we didn't even talk about your younger
We
self.
didn't, not
But
much.
what would you tell your younger self?
I'm proud of you. You did good so far.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
I like that.
That's amazing.
I like.
Would you
that.
change anything?
Would I change anything?
I mean, we always say like there's always stuff that we would change, but is there anything that you're like, you know what, like this road path I may have not have taken, or like when you were younger, is there anything that you'd be like, I probably wouldn't have gone down that road?
No, I think
No,
I don't think so.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I still feel like there's a blessing in every disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that is a great thing to end on.
Yeah.
There's a blessing on every disappointment. Zappy, thank you so much. We are holding you to your DJ. So whenever you have your next gig, I expect an invite for all of us to be there because we will be there in support. We can't wait to see what you have next.
No problem.
Thank you so much for being here. Really quick before we go, plug your social media handles.
Okay, you can all can follow me at DJ Zappy the Realtor, and also my company is Zappy Estate, a real estate company, where we buy, sell, fix, flip, and renovate properties.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you. So thank you guys for tuning back into the Real People in Real Estate. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
That was good.
Go ahead and open that door back up. Holy moly. I'm like sweating.